crazy ticket inflation prices.
Good evening, everyone. I'd like to welcome you to the DeKalb Planning and Zoning Commission meeting for this Monday, May 15th, 2023. Could we start with a roll call, please, Stephanie?
Becker.
Here.
O'Flaherty.
Here.
Pena Graham. Here. Stoker.
Here.
Wright.
Here.
McMahon. Chair Maxwell.
Here.
6 present.
Thank you very much. We'll move on to the approval of the minutes from May 1st, 2023. If anyone has any additions or deletions, please speak up. If not, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
So moved.
Moved by Wright,
I second.
seconded by O'Flaherty. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. We'll move to the public I'm sorry.
Agenda?
I jumped the agenda. Sorry about that. We'll move to the approval of the agenda. We're going backwards. Could I have a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Moved by Becker,
Second.
seconded by Stoker. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, same sign. Okay, now we will move on to the public participation portion of the show. If anyone has anything they'd like to speak to that is not on the agenda, please step forward. If not, we will move on to new business. This is a public hearing, a petition by DeKalb CCUSD number 428 to amend the special use permit approved by ordinance 2020044 to extend the time frame for a modular classroom to remain at the site at 1121 School Street, Little John Elementary for 2 more years. Is there a presentation?
My name is Tammy Carson. I'm Director of Facility and Safety Operations for DeKalb School District. I've come before you tonight asking for the extension of the permit. As Mr. Olson has put forth, there is a site plan to show where the property is located. And we're asking for the extension as we are still in use of the school. We have capacity issues throughout our entire district, and we are in the process of designing to open a new school on Normal Avenue, the old NIU nursing building. And with that, our schedule and plan at this point is that we will be opening that building in August of 2025, which in turn we will go through redistricting across the entire district, and the need for all of our mobile classrooms, with the exception of our Lincoln Elementary, we will be coming forth and removing all of those besides Lincoln at the time of the opening of the new building. So this is a picture of the building. It's a 2-classroom unit. We currently have a music classroom on one side and a STEAM classroom and conference room on the other side, which we utilize on a regular basis. And again, we do need to have in place until the new school is opened.
Thank you. Can we have a staff report, please?
Yes, very brief. Tammy did a good job explaining the background of the request, but in 2017, the city approved a special use permit for the modular classroom for 3 years, and which expired in 2020. At that time, another 3 years was granted for the school district, and that expires in June next month. So they come back and ask for 2 more years if it's needed, based on the new school that's coming on Normal Road. They still use the modular classroom, as noted, the music classroom and the STEM room, to free up space inside the building for regular classrooms. So we'd recommend approval. The classroom has not caused any negative impact to the neighborhood. It's been there since 2017, and it's in the same location, and they meet all the findings of fact again, so we'd recommend approval. There's a sample motion provided. We did get 2 public response forms, one from Donna Clausen of 919 Huffman Court, who indicated support for the proposal. Also received a public response form from Joan
Vasila Gambros.
Thank you. Do you know her?
Yeah, I live on 9th Street, a couple doors down.
Thank you.
Yeah.
920 North 9th noted their support of the proposal, but would like to see more specifics. There was no more information on the form, so copies were provided to the commission. So the sample motion, it grants the 2 more years, a little more than 2 years, till August 15, 2025 is the date. And then after that, they'd have to restore the ground that it's on to a grass condition.
Okay. If there's anyone that would like to speak to this, you could step forward now. If not, I will close the public hearing and open it up to comments and questions from the commission.
It's in my neighborhood, it's been fine for years. It'll be good not to have one, because that's better for everybody in the school, but yeah,
I couldn't agree more.
yes.
It's necessary.
Thank you.
Will redistricting solve the problem for overcrowding for Little John? Do you see that?
Yes, it'll actually, we'll be redistricting across all of the elementary schools, all 8 of them in the school district. So with that, we will be able to reduce classroom count as well as move some students closer to their homes and be more of a neighborhood school. It's because we do have a lot that are bused to different locations. And this will allow us to get more into the neighborhood schools as we fill up add students, I won't say fill, but bring the students to the new location on Normal Road.
What are the chances with redistricting you still got a need for a building like that?
We don't anticipate at this time. Our goal is to reduce our class sizes because we are at a 28 level of number of students in our average classroom. We're looking to reduce that as well as bring a neighborhood school to that area of DeKalb. So that based on our numbers and the projections from our demographer, we do not anticipate the need to have those mobile classrooms any longer. And even with the potential of some growth, but at this point, we're not expecting that growth based on the numbers that are projected. Like I say, the only one that we'd be looking to have to maintain is Lincoln Elementary, and that is due to the size of that actual building. It doesn't have enough square footage inside to be able to bring those classrooms back in.
To that end, out of curiosity, do you know how far over capacity the school system is, just in terms of what the normal capacity for the schoolrooms are, or is it just based on class size?
Well, it does vary by classroom based on square footage as well as the program that is in each classroom. So it's not as easy a calculation as saying I have 18 classrooms and we can fit 28 kids in each of them. So I don't have an exact number for you, honestly. I'd have to research that if that's something you'd like me to bring back.
No, I was just curious how far over capacity we are, that this is still necessary, but yeah, I mean, I'm sure you're taking that into consideration with the
Absolutely.
new architect. So.
We are looking to get down to a 25 or less per classroom for an average general classroom where we've been currently sitting at 28. And then again, eliminate those mobile classrooms. And also, we have had art on a cart for some time, and they haven't had their own classroom. We're looking to get that back into the classroom, bring our music rooms back into the buildings, which are currently in the mobiles, and then have that capacity to be at 25 or less.
Okay. Any other questions? If not, I'll ask for a motion to approve.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by O'Flaherty,
Based on the submitted petition and testimony presented, I move that the Planning and Zoning Commission forward its findings of fact and recommend to the City Council approval of an amendment to Ordinance 2020-044 to extend the time frame for a modular classroom to be located at 1121 School Street, Little John Elementary School, as shown on the attached Exhibit A, subject to the following condition. 1. The modular classroom may remain on the site in the location as shown on Exhibit A up to August 15th, 2025, and shall, on or before said date, be removed from the property. At such time, the surface beneath the modular classroom shall be restored to a pre-installation grassed condition.
thank you. May I have a second?
Second.
Seconded by Wright. May I have a roll call, please?
Becker?
Yes.
O'Flaherty?
Yes.
Pena Graham?
Yes.
Stoker?
Yes.
Wright?
Yes.
Maxwell?
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The second item on the agenda tonight is a public hearing, a petition by the City of DeKalb for text amendments to the UDO by adding GS Government Sanitary District, an associated list of permitted uses and conditions of use for the district. Text amendments are also proposed to remove the use sewage treatment facilities from the SFR-1, SFR-2, TFR, MFR-1, MFR-2, and the LI zoning districts. Do we have a staff report?
Yes, thank you. The City Council approved a resolution agreement last October with the Kishwaukee Water Reclamation District, KWRD, regarding their waste treatment facilities and other improvements. In the agreement, in part stated that all current and future property owned by the district would be treated as a public institution, zoned with their own zoning district similar to NIU. The agreement also had the following provisions I listed there. There were others too, but it recognized both government entities as co-equal units of local government. As the district upgrades its facilities, it will employ licensed professionals to do the design and oversee the construction of any new facilities. And there's other provisions that were in that resolution. Right now, the properties they have, and there's going to be 4 that are going to be requested for rezoning. That will come later. This is just a text amendment to the UDO to kind of put that district in place. But the current properties are zoned heavy industrial, one's a planned development residential, another site's single-family zoning. So the intent is to get all these facilities under one zoning district. So text amendments have been drafted up. Create a new zoning district. It's going to be called GS, Government Sanitary District. The new district will include a purpose statement and intent, along with permitted land uses and conditions of the use. Amendments are also prepared in conjunction with this to remove the term sewage treatment facilities and sewage treatment plants from the various zoning districts that are in there. Since we're going to have a separate district, we don't need these others, so they'll be removed. The agreement, for the most part, is a statement of cooperation based upon professional respect. Recognizes the district will take safety matters of concern, community neighborhood concerns will be addressed in its projects and improvements. So after the text amendments, there'll be 4 properties that will come back. They'll submit a petition to rezone those. That's not part of this action right now. I put them in your packet. It's the main plant on, treatment plant on Sycamore Road. There is along I-88, there's 2 properties. There's farmland south of I-88, about 50 acres of sludge storage property. An area north of I-88 known as the South Slope at Annie Glen and Fairview. The South Slope is about 20 acres, once considered a possible future treatment facility. That will need to be annexed. That's not in the city. That'll be annexed in conjunction with the rezoning. And the 4th parcel is a small, or the smallest parcel, 3.6 acres, a lift station by Buena Vista Golf Course. So that will come in the future. There'll be notification to surrounding owners, legal notice in the newspaper, and that will come later. So this particular amendments, specific Article 4 just adds a district to the list of other districts. The GC district, which is fully explained there, marked up under Exhibit A, lists the purpose of the district and lists all the various uses under the district operations, maintenance and storage facilities, pumping facilities, treatment facilities, open space areas, solar, which they are starting up. And like NIU, there'll be no permits through the city then, no zoning standards in terms of like setbacks or sign regulations. They'll be under the control of the district in terms of their construction. And then the specific amendments to the various residential districts to remove that sewage treatment facility term, and also from the light industrial district. So based on that and the agreement that the council approved last October, we'd recommend approval per Exhibit A. Tonight we got the Executive Director, Mark Eddington, with the district here for any questions. Also Matt Rose, our City Attorney, who drafted the language that you see tonight, here for any questions too. So we'd recommend approval.
Thank you. Comments or questions from the committee? I mean, just out of curiosity, to try to oversimplify it, so once it's all rezoned under the same GS, then it simply doesn't have to come back every time there's an individual action in the way that they're using the land?
Right, they can do improvements on the site, they just have to comply with state and federal regulations and their own regulation, but nothing through the city's zoning restrictions would not come back for a hearing or anything through the commission.
But each of the 4 locations will come back for rezoning.
Yeah, the rezonings will come back, we'll have hearings in all 4 together. owners within 250 feet would be notified, so that will come at a next phase, next stage.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Thank you for one.
Thank you.
The city's been great to work with on this. Procedurally, we need to annex the, we call it the South Slope site. Would that be what happens next? Would we annex that as the
Yeah,
next
when
step,
you-
and then you, everything would,
No, you submit that together, the rezoning applications for
Okay.
each of them, and then the south slope here, you'd submit an annexation petition at the same time, and we
Okay.
would take that together.
Perfect.
That would have a little extra step with a hearing in front of the city council, but they would be done together.
Okay. No other comments, questions? Okay, if not, I'll ask for excuse me, a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Wright,
Based on the submitted petition and testimony presented, I move the Planning and Zoning Commission recommend to the City Council approval of text amendments to the UDO, or Unified Development Ordinance, regarding the establishment of a GS Government Sanitary District as indicated in Exhibit A to the staff report.
so moved. May I have a second?
I'll second.
Seconded by Becker. May I have a roll call, please?
Becker,
Yes?
O'Flaherty,
Yes.
Pena Graham. Yes. Stoker,
Yes.
Wright,
Yes.
Maxwell.
Yes.
Motion passes.
Thank you very much. Staff reports?
Next scheduled meeting, June 5th. Nothing scheduled yet for any hearings. June 20th is the second meeting in June. That's a Tuesday because of the holiday on the 19th. We'll probably have a public hearing. We received a petition for special use from DIMCO on Oak Street, and they had their special use revoked. They're coming back with a new special use to address 3 of their properties.
Okay.
Together, that, we haven't set that yet, but it looks like we'll do a June 20th for that hearing. But again, that will be a Tuesday meeting
Okay.
in this room. That's all I had.
All right.
Thanks.
Anything else from anyone? Comments, suggestions, recipes? If not, I'll ask for a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Moved by Wright,
I second.
seconded by O'Flaherty. All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed, same sign. I'm waiting for it.
One of these days, one of these days. Stephanie, to note, I will be gone the second week.